It's hard to get LEGO sets that are very, very rare, but it's even harder to get stuff that doesn't even exist in real life. Like a lot of stuff in the LEGO Star Wars Complete Saga game. And once you play that game as a very little kid, you don't really know that this stuff doesn't exist. You just assume that since it's all LEGO, then it all exists in real life, theoretically. But that's not the case. Playing the Phantom Menace levels were always my favorite while playing that game, and a lot of the characters in there, even though they existed in LEGO, one of them I thought would have been a really cool minifigure to get in real life was Boss Nass. And little did I know at the time that that minifigure just does not exist. Now, for those who don't know, a lot of people have made custom minifigures of a lot of the stuff in the LEGO Star Wars Complete Saga game for that exact reason of them not being existent. But I was looking for so long to try to see if someone had made a Boss Nass. Well, I saw this one listing, which was made by Christos Customs, and for those who don't know, that's like one of the original LEGO custom companies. And it was like a few $1,000s, and there's like no way I'm gonna pay $1,000 for a piece of plastic. So that option was out of the window, but I'm still determined to get a Boss Nass minifigure. I'm not just gonna let this one thing stop me. So doing a little bit more scrolling on Google and YouTube to see if anyone had made some. I just saw some videos of people making a custom Boss Nass, but it was just using pre-existing LEGO parts. And I'm not doubting the people who actually made the Boss Nass out of pre-existing LEGO parts. I actually think that's really cool, but that's not what I was exactly looking for. I wanted the thing exactly from the game or very close to it. Anyways, fast forward a few months, I kind of just not gave it up, but I was just kind of involved in a bunch of different little projects and stuff, so that one kind of just took the back seat for a little bit. But then a little later, I actually went around to go back to do the whole project again, and then I did more research, and I saw this one picture that originated from Instagram apparently, and it was a picture of the Christos Customs one and another custom which I had not seen before. This one looked really good. It looked exactly like the thing from LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. This is exactly what I wanted. So I went along to find a listing of this thing, and it was like nearly impossible. I couldn't find a listing for this thing for so long until I saw one listing of this thing, and it was being sold for $300, and still I'm not gonna pay $300 for a piece of plastic. So I literally just thought, okay, that's it, it's over. I'm just not gonna be able to do this thing. Even though all signs were pointing to this thing being absolutely not possible, I was still determined to get a Boss Nass minifigure. So doing a little bit more research on this picture, I noticed the actual Boss Nass head didn't really look like a mold to me. It almost looked like it was painted on. And I don't know when this idea came to mind, but I literally just thought, what if there's like a 3D model of this? What if someone just painted over a 3D print? Because that's what it looked like to me. And I actually did find a 3D print of the Boss Nass head. When I first saw this, I literally could not believe it. I don't know how long this thing existed while I was doing all my research and stuff, but I'm glad I found it sooner rather than later. And huge shout out to the guy who actually made this 3D model, because it looks exactly like the thing in game. So I got the 3D print and I changed the sizing a little bit so it could fit on an actual minifigure head. So here's me getting all the 3D prints. These came back all 3D printed. They are in dark green, but right now I'm gonna see if I could paint them to be a little bit more lime. It actually looks very good. And I was thinking about maybe just staying with the dark green, but the original idea was to paint this lime anyways. So yeah, having the green as a base color won't be too bad. I'm gonna start painting these, experiment with it a little bit. Did print multiple of them just in case if I messed up on one of them. All right, it's been about 20 minutes and this thing is drying right now. It's just with one coat of acrylic paint, and I just mixed up some colors to get that nice lime color. But I don't think this actually works the greatest, mainly because it's just like the paint is not really sticking on there as well to the plastic. And when I looked up on Google, it said that the acrylic paint is supposed to be the best to stick on here, but it is not really sticking on there the greatest. But I'm just gonna let that dry and then do another coat later. But from my own personal experience, I know that the tester's paint or just the normal model paint works better to stick to plastic. I guess it's just designed to do that or whatever, but I don't have green or yellow model paint, so I'm just gonna have to mix up one of the acrylic paints and mix it up with the model paint. It will get the color, but I think the actual like material of the paint will be mostly model paint, so I think it will work. All right, can't touch my phone too much because my hands are just covered in paint, but there's the final product, kind of. I mean, I really like this one. This one, in my opinion, looks the greatest. Yeah, that one also looks good. They all look good. They come out really well. I might do one more coat or whatever, and they don't have to be perfect exactly. It's just whatever I want, and I think it just kind of gives a little bit of a more classic LEGO look with like the paint kind of covering up most of the details, if that kind of makes sense. Anyways, this is what the original color looked like. So this green was already fine, but I just want it to be a little bit more limer. This thing is gonna look super epic once it's done. So at this point I was 90% done, but I needed the torso for this Boss Nass minifigure. This one custom company called Fig Fab Labs had this one Boss Nass torso. I've been eyeing this thing for so long because I knew that there would be one day where I would be able to make a Boss Nass minifigure. So fast forward a few weeks, that torso did come, and I just needed to get a few LEGO parts that I already had over here. After years of wanting a Boss Nass minifigure, thinking that it was not possible to get, here is the final product. And this thing just looks super good. This thing just exceeded my expectations like crazy. It just looks like a real minifigure, and it's just crazy to look at this and think that they never made this. And maybe one day we'll actually get an official LEGO Boss Nass, but I'm super happy with how this one came out. I'm gonna put everything in the description so you guys can actually make this too. And the whole process in getting this thing was just so fun. Just something super cool about this. I think it's because I've always wanted this for so long, and I knew that it didn't exist, and now it exists, and now I have it. And I'm just super thankful that this whole thing went super well. Just don't give up on stuff you're passionate about, I guess. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.